Now, Bruce Lee, I'm definitely sure I'm almost 100%. Um, this guy's popped into my YouTube channel quite a few times over the years, and I'll give you the reasons for why. Struggling before, I mean, and obviously I know the reasons why, because he was so influential and obviously he was such an icon and obviously a legend, a guy, Bruce Lee. Um, you know, and as I say, just as this DVD says, you know the legend, now meet the man. Fantastic, and I'm sure I've one point or another I've seen this DVD. I've seen both really. I've seen The Warrior's Journey, and I've seen Enter the Dragon. I must have about 4 or 5 copies of this film. What a legend! I've actually got the other one in here somewhere. Yep, I've got the red copy. And I don't know why that is, because I thought it was just a me thing, but it's not a me thing because some people do that. Some people kind of they replicate what they've got, because either it's a really smart box, it really comes, it really does something to people. This idea of buying, like, say for example, um, I'll give you a good example and it's a she, Taylor Swift. She did this maybe about, I think it was even a year ago, when she brought her new album out. Uh, and as I say, she did that, but then she didn't only just do that, but she also done the idea of bringing out the same album 5 times, but it was different front covers on it, if you know what I mean. And that, I think that was absolutely fantastic. But then what she done was there was a slight twist to it. She had like an extra song on each album, which I thought was, was a nice touch. No really a lot of artists have done that. Um, but as I say, Bruce Lee, fantastic. What an icon, legend, and whatever else in his time in the 70s, and then obviously, well, late 60s, early 70s kind of thing. Because obviously he died in kind of early 70s kind of thing. He was only like 32 when he died, so what a real shame. And obviously this was his last film, Enter the Dragon. Um, and of course, my all-time favourite Bruce Lee film. But of course, he done many others. He done Game of Death 1. He done Game of Death 2. Uh, he done Way the Dragon, The Big Boss, Fist of Fury. Um, he done. He never done hundreds of films, but obviously the films he did, they made massive noise throughout the world. Um, I definitely, and obviously, he'll be in my mind for ages. Regarding like, one night wondering what to watch, or I'll put a Bruce Lee film on, or um, he's never too far away in people's lives or people's minds. Either their grandson likes him, or their daughter, or Papa, you know, Gran. You appeal to everybody almost. Bruce Lee, he was such a spirit and such a legend icon. Obviously, I'll never die. The guy. Um, Although he died in the 70s, but obviously it still lives on in people's memories and books and his films. Obviously, he's always kind of philosophy, and that'll never go away. Like there's you put water into a teapot, it becomes a teapot. If you put water into the bottle, it becomes a bottle. Be water, my friend. But it's really just don't overthink things in life. Just go with the flow, almost, and just kind of let it go. In so many words. Of course, some of those words are mine, but obviously, same kind of philosophy, same words that Bruce would have used for his philosophy, but obviously with my kind of added in words there. Um, you know, um, obviously these things will never die, they'll never go away. Um, and you can apply, you don't need to necessarily be a martial artist to carry these out and add them into your daily lives, or um, anybody can use them and it can help them in their life. And because they also said another thing as well, he said that to express oneself honestly and truly, um, and not lying to oneself, it's quite a hard thing to do. It's quite a difficult thing to do. Express yourself. So it's definitely it's a clever. It's very clever if you can. Some people are better at it than others. But the way Bruce Lee managed to do it was through his martial arts, and showing the Chinese that they're their own people and they can stand up for themselves in so many words. And he was proud to be a Chinese, Bruce Lee. But as I say, it's Bruce Lee is one of these things. Along with music and other things like that I could talk about for ages and ages. To um, on the sort of recordings, I could speak from till now to midnight really, but obviously I'm not going to do that. I'd like to do that, but as I say, just a quick overview of this really great box set. And of course I've got many a copy Enter the Dragon and A Warrior's Journey. I'm sure I've had that before, because I've not saying I've had all Bruce Lee's DVDs, but I've had more or less majority of them, and of course one's just as good as the other one. You know exactly what you're getting, and that's Bruce Lee, the DVD collection, 2 discs.